Nat Carter, personal trainer and fitness expert from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com. Do you want to be a get shit done kind of person? Yeah, everyone does. Yes. Well, I have got a couple of tips to help you be a get shit kind of done person. So, you know, when we've got a lot to do or we've got a lot on our plate and we feel quite stressed, it's really easy to just kind of go, it's all too much, I just can't deal with it. But you don't want to be that person. You want to be a get shit done kind of gal, right? So first things first, I think it's really important to write a task list or a list of the things that you need to do. Now, they just might vomit out of your mind, you know, all the different things. If you want to be, you know, if you want to go a little bit further, you can kind of prioritize those tasks into things like you definitely need to get done, they can wait a bit longer, that kind of stuff. I guess the really important thing here is, though, we're trying not to procrastinate. So really just write everything down that's in your head, making you feel crazed and exhausted and stressed out. Just write it all down on your list. Now, it's really important too that you understand that you're going to have to eat very well. You're going to have to sleep well as well to make sure that you are going to be vibrant enough to want to do these tasks. I think a lot of the time, you know, if we're sleep deprived or if we eat shit food, we don't exercise, we know how that makes us feel, right? It's not rocket science. You feel shit when you don't do that stuff. You know, there's other times when we're doing too much and all we need is a little bit of comfort food and rest and relaxation. But I think for our, you know, shift into a get shit done kind of gal, that's not the problem. We need to do the opposite. We're not like, we need to be eating better, sleeping better, exercising better. The other thing you want to do is assess the priority of each. I kind of spoke about that in the first point. Assess the priority of each thing you need to do. So sometimes we have all these things that we want to do, and then we get to it and we go, I don't even fucking want to do that. It's not important to me anymore. So for example, you know, you think about all those things in your, you know, I'm 30 plus now, and I think about the things I wanted to do in my 20s, like, I've either done them or they just weren't even important. I don't need to do them anymore. So that goes the same with like day-to-day things. And I'm not talking about like skipping out on the housework and not brushing your teeth because, you know, you couldn't be fucked to do it. I really mean asking yourself what priority these have in your life, and is it something that is going to help enrich you? I was recently reading of someone who, oh yeah, that's right. They were competing in like a, you know, like a tournament, boxing or something like that. And they were like, yeah, I'm so gonna do this. And there was like selfies all the time at the boxing thing. And then one day, there was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And I totally respect that due to the fact that she just kind of went, it's not for me now. It's just not on my list of what is important and why I should be doing it. So I just think snaps to that person. I think it's cool. I think it's cool when you just reassess stuff and just go, nah, I'm just not going to feel it. Don't feel pressured by it. Don't feel stressed by it. That's your choice. So after we assess the priority of each little thing we need to do, it's really important to praise yourself when you do the things. Women love praise. We thrive on praise, and it's really something about the feminine spirit that we need that. And I tend to have quite masculine energy. I think it's because it's my job, and it's just kind of, you know, I grew up with boys and stuff like that. And I'm a bit of a hard nut, I think. But it's really nice to sometimes tap into that fact and like go, well done, you did that well. And although to me that sounds like ridiculous at times, it really does help you get more shit done. So yeah, praise yourself, and don't seek praise from other people. Just get it from yourself. It kind of builds you up a little bit more. The other thing that's really important is don't put pressure on yourself if you don't meet your targets by a certain, you know, time that really at the end of the day doesn't really matter. So I think a lot of the time we've got this pressure and stress around time, And it doesn't really matter if we achieve it by that time or not. Like, it's a different scenario if, for example, you're studying uni and you need to hand something in at a certain time. That's different. I'm talking about those tasks that you have. There's a million of them and they don't need to get done by the end of the day. They can kind of be stretched out. I think on top of that as well, don't be shy to outsource things. So like, if you freaking hate cleaning, then don't do it. Get someone else, pay someone else $35 an hour if that's in your budget and whatever. Then just outsource the things that you actually can't stand. Like, one for me is accounts. I'm not going to waste my time doing my accounting or anything like that. Outsourced, thank you. I'd rather work a bit harder to not have to deal with those hours and hours of sitting there. If you thrive in that situation, then great. Some people are really great cleaners. Great, then go clean your house, whatever. So don't put pressure on yourself to do these things in a certain amount of time all the time. Obviously, there's time for that sense of urgency, and a lot of the time it's just not necessary. So I think this is the key focus. Do not be restrictive in your goal list and your task list. Understand that shit can change. So to be a get shit done kind of lady, you need to understand that shit happens. Stuff gets in the way and you can't change it. You can't change if your kids are sick. You can't change if someone ran up the back of you and now your car's all bashed in. Thanks, dickhead. You can't change that. You can't change certain things. So just understand that the list or the time frame or what's important to you, all that stuff, it can change, and you really need to be not so rigid about it, because like I said, shit happens. Change is inevitable. Change happens on a day-to-day basis. So they are my tips to be a get shit done kind of person. And I would love to hear from you. Tell me what your tips are, and if maybe you were like not a get shit done kind of person and a bit of a procrastinator, if you've changed, or if perhaps you've implemented any of my tips as well, that would be a great one. Feel free also to like and share amongst your friends. And that's it from me. I am Nat Carter from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com, and we will see you soon. See ya.